Hi fans of high quality entertainment. Before I get into the Beatles solo albums and a question or two, when I did my CD, reorganizing my CD collection video and showing all of my CDs, somebody asked, where's your Sgt. Pepper box set? And in the video I did say that I have a lot of my box sets stored in my bedroom up in the closet. So just for proof, here's my Beatles box set, which at one time I did have. I change this up once in a while, and then I'll remove something, and then somebody will say, where's that box set? Or where's Jinx? Because once in a while Jinx actually gets up and isn't laying here on the chair, right? So on the website, I think it's called Ultimate Classic Rock. No, it's Classic Rock Revisited. Someone last year, I don't have the name here, but they ranked all of the Beatles solo albums. And in total, supposedly, there were 63 Beatles solo albums. If that's wrong, don't blame me. Blame this guy. And of course, a lot of the Ringo albums are near the bottom. There's his 63rd choice, or his least favorite, is Ringo the Fourth. In 62nd spot is Paul McCartney's Give My Regards to Broad Street. 61 is Ringo's I Want to Be Santa Claus. 60 is Ringo Starr's Bad Boy. And 59 is Paul McCartney's Pipes of Peace, blah, blah, blah. How many of these 63 albums have you actually heard? I have heard 34 of the 63 albums, so roughly about half of them. Just over half. I have a calculator for a brain. And his number one is All Things Must Pass, which I think is a lot of Beatles fans' favorite Beatles solo album. It isn't for me, but it would definitely, my laundry's done, it would definitely be in my top 10. And in second place he has Plastic Ono Band, John Lennon, his first proper solo album, which would be high in my top. It's almost pointless to rank sometimes. I think it's silly, but it would be way up. I love the album. And Paul McCartney's Band on the Run is in third place, and Ram is in fourth. I think Ram would be possibly number one for me. Chaos and Creation in the Backyard is number 6. But anyway, I'll just go through the albums that I have heard. In 62nd spot, he has Give My Regards to Broad Street, which I own. A very nice, kind viewer sent it to me along with other CDs. And it's not horrible, but Paul remaking the Beatles, like Here, There, and Everywhere, and Eleanor Rigby, I think it was kind of, I don't know if I'd say a mistake, but kind of pointless, because you're not going to surpass the originals as far as I'm concerned. But overall, the album isn't bad, and it does have some good songs on it. In 59th place, I've heard Pipes of Peace, not one of my favorites. It might be my least favorite Paul McCartney album, although I still need to really listen to Press to Play. I've never owned it. McCartney 2, I've heard, I own. He has that at 56, and I love it. Like I've said, when it came out, I thought it was kind of mediocre. It was just okay. I loved some of the songs, and other songs I thought were not very good. But with the box set that came out and remastered, and having time away from it, I realized I love it. I love all of the songs on it. I think he was just ahead of his time, folks, as usual. Number 46 is Sometime in New York City, John Lennon, Yoko Ono. It's not, I'd rank it probably in the middle of the Beatles solo albums I've heard, but I enjoy it, and I love the Yoko Ono songs. We're All Waters, one of my is probably my favorite on the album. Number 44, Driving Rain, which I fairly recently did a review of, and I like it a lot. I don't think it would be ranked really high, but it would be, pretty high. Wings Wildlife is 43, and I enjoyed it. It's not one of my favorites, but with the remastered version of it, I enjoy it more than I did in the past. At 37, Wings at the Speed of Sound. See, between Wildlife and Wings at the Speed of Sound, I think I enjoy Wildlife a bit more. But I love Let 'Em In, one of my favorite Paul McCartney songs, and Beware My Love. So there's some really silly love songs, so there are some good songs on it. And it's not a bad album. There's no bad songs on it. Even Cook of the House is pretty, light entertainment. At 35, he has New, which I own, and I haven't played it in quite a while, but I really enjoyed it, and so it would be ranked in the upper tier. At 32, he has London Town by Paul McCartney and Wings. I love it. It might be even in my top 5, and I can't wait for the remastered box set, which supposedly is coming out later this year. At 31, George Harrison's Dark Horse, not a favorite of mine. His voice was very hoarse. At 28, he has Paul McCartney's Egypt Station, which would be ranked higher. I love that album. At 27, Tug of War, which is around, I'd have it higher, but it's a very good album, but I think other Beatle fans love it more than I do. Most Beatles fans. At 26, he has Red Rose Speedway, which I own, and so all of the ones I'm talking about I either own or I've listened to more than once. Red Rose Speedway, I would rank that in the top. There are so many great solo albums. In the top 10 for sure, and probably in the top 5. At 24, Run Devil Run, I enjoy that. It's really good. At 23, Wings, Venus and Mars, it's excellent. At 22, Ringo's Goodnight Vienna, I thought that was an excellent follow-up to his Ringo album. At 21, Flowers in the Dirt, which I now really love. I never really properly listened to it because I gave up on Paul McCartney for quite a few years, like some others did. And it's really good, really good. At 20 is Mind Games, not one of my favorite John Lennon solo albums. But I love the song Meat City, one of his best rockers. I just wish in his solo career he rocked more than he did. Like with Meat City and stuff like that. Along with All Things Must Pass, he has this at number 19, 33 1/3 by George Harrison. I love it. My favorite on that is probably Beautiful Girl. Number 18, Double Fantasy. I agree. And I love the, I forget what it's called. Stripped. Is it called Stripped? I forget, but I own it, and I love it more than the original mix of the album. And once again, I love the Yoko Ono songs on it too. So it would be ranked very highly. At 16, he has Memory Almost Full, which I love. It would be possibly my top 10. At number 14, John Lennon's Walls and Bridges, which is excellent. It would be in my top 10 most likely, or close to it. At 13, he has Wings, Back to the Egg, which I liked, but I think I haven't heard it in quite a while, and the remastered version is coming out, and I think I'm going to love it more than I ever did before, hopefully. At number 12, George Harrison's Cloud 9, which is excellent. It wouldn't be in my top 10, but it would be ranked highly. John Lennon's Rock and Roll, I just thought it was good. But what do I know? It's just my opinion, by the way, so calm down if you disagree. Calm down. Calm down like her. And his top 10, I've heard 9 of them. So at number 1 he has I'll go from the bottom. At number 10 he has McCartney's first solo album, which I agree is top 10. Probably, I don't know, like I said, there's so many really good Beatles solo albums, but it would be highly ranked. At number 9, Ringo, definitely agree. His best solo album, as far as I'm concerned. But that being said, I've never really heard a lot of his later solo albums. You know, bits and pieces of them online, but just not enough interest to buy them for me. At number 8, Paul McCartney's Flaming Pie is, a lot of people consider that his comeback album, and I kind of agree. Yeah. Now, one I missed because at the time that I printed this off, so I have the ones I've listened to in bold. But since I did this, I bought Off the Ground, which he has at number 30, and I really enjoy the album. And I still need to listen to it more, but I was actually pretty impressed with most of it. Not all of it, but there's a lot of really, really good songs on there. So back to the top 10. At number 7, this is the one, I guess I've heard it, but I haven't really listened to it. You know, I don't remember it because when it came out, my brother bought it. And Living in the Material World. Would love your thoughts on that. At number 6, Chaos and Creation in the Backyard, which would probably be by Paul McCartney, and it would be even higher for me. It's, along with Ram, my favorite Paul McCartney solo album. Number 5, John Lennon's Imagine. I agree. It wouldn't be in my top 10 though, I don't think. But it would be highly ranked. At number 4, Paul McCartney's Ram, which, like I said, would be probably number 1 for me. Paul McCartney's Band on the Run at number 3. It would be in my top 10 for sure. And number 2, Plastic Ono Band, and number 1, All Things Must Pass. So that's it. So, in total, I've heard 35 of the 63 albums. I'm curious, how many of these have you heard? And just, you know, talk about some of these albums, and thanks for watching. Have a great day. I'm going to go listen to my Sgt. Pepper box set. Bye.